all be here tomorrow.
He's gonna be here tomorrow.
No, nobody wants to fucking go. Because we want to turn, like a 5'6" JV quarterback.
I wish I had faith in the man to just leave this all set up for tomorrow. Hell
No. No.
wow, what happened to this?
That's part of the reason you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Assuming it just fell. So do we need to be over there? Okay. Turn. How long a warm up are they gonna have between games? Are they just gonna shoot right? Are they gonna start at right at 7:30? It is 7:12. Okay, so we'll start on time.
The game is just like too dead in the last few minutes. Dude, our game against Flagler didn't kick off until 8. Well, also, where the 50,000 from during the JV.
I can tell a couple of players. But...
It's funny when I get level at the basketball network there. Man, these guys look, I can go one-on-one, let's go. And then I get down there and this is not happening. But when I was level just now, I was like, let's go.
Could the Matanzas coaching staff please send a starting lineup to the press box, please?
They sent me a roster without numbers.
Where am I sitting?
You're over here next to Mike.
Not yet. At the end?
You want to be on the end? You want to be here?
Whatever gives me the best view of the goal that we're about to score.
Sorry about that. You know about this.
It doesn't stay up?
Here's a roster. I don't know why I didn't have
This
these
doesn't
Gnarly
stay
on
up
mine.
for years now.
I had added it.
This is not a new phenomenon.
We should get like a little poll.
So just so you know, this number 2 here, that's your headset volume. Your mic volume should be fine, but you just need to lower and raise your headset.
Okay.
This one's on the right side.
Okay, you have a roster there? Hey, can we borrow one of their rosters? Rebecca, Catherine, Parker, Nico not starting.
Yes. Just the force of habit. Check, check. Yep. Sound good?
Rebecca, Catherine, Parker. I have mine.
Who is not starting, you said?
For them, who's not starting is Rebecca, Parker, Cassidy, and Mila. I know a lot of them. I did have the pleasure of coaching some of them. They got to get used to it.
Yes, yes.
Live from Sal Campanella Stadium in Palm Coast, Florida, it is Flagler County High School soccer.
Soccer, I know you want to say football. It's football.
Football, we've had the basketball going on, something a little different for you this week. Flagler County High School soccer, the Lady Pirates and the Lady Bulldogs battling it out for soccer bragging rights in Flagler County. And it is an exciting night for us because we'll have the boys tomorrow as well. So a big week of soccer here on the WNZF Sports Network. We appreciate you joining us here tonight. And, of course, Rich Carroll along with Mike Licio. And we have a special guest on the broadcast, Mike.
And that would be the head coach of the FPC men's soccer program, Coach Rompton Amiri. Coach Amiri, thank you for joining us tonight.
Pleasure to be here. I'm excited to watch this game.
Now, Coach, you've done a little bit of everything. And, I really, really appreciate you joining us tonight. You've played, you've coached. You manage a team now, manage a semi-pro team in the Royal Palms, which you were also a decorated player there. You've refereed a little bit. I know you don't want to talk about that, but we appreciate you lending your expertise. You're quite familiar with a lot of these players on both teams. What should we expect tonight?
From our girls' perspective, they've been pretty phenomenal, especially at home. Lots of goal scorers this year. We got Erin Hughes. She's scoring a bunch of goals. Ivy Chen. We got Catherine getting a bunch of assists. And then on the other side, you have some new faces. Carson O'Lynn. She's a pretty good player. Her sister plays at Lake Mary. Very, very good soccer family. And then you have Sienna Gutierrez, Naomi. Pretty good soccer players from their end. So should be a pretty good game.
Yes, and their leading scorer is Kaylin Henthorne. And then for FPC, Erin Hughes is up to 14 goals after having 2 goals last night. Ivy Chen had 2 goals last night in an 8-0 win against Matanzas. She's up to 13 on the season. Both teams very good in goal. Natalie Neal, of course, somebody you're quite familiar with. She's one of your keepers on the Royal Palms team, the junior from FPC.
Yeah, for sure. Natalie Neal is, and I've been around a lot. My sisters both played here, and I've seen a lot of good goalkeepers. Leo Leach, Gabby Caledonio, Malia Dalzell, very, very good goalkeepers. But in terms of goalkeeper mechanics, Natalie Neal, at her age, is one of the best goalkeepers I've seen.
Natalie started as a freshman. She's continued to start. She is starting to get some attention from colleges. I know she was at the Stetson camp just about 2 weeks ago. So we have Natalie. And on the other side, Ella Forbes is 6-3 on the season in goal for Matanzas. The Pirates are 6-3. FPC 8-4-1, but I believe undefeated here at Sal Campanella Stadium. They lead the all-time series 21-2 with 2 ties. They're coached by Pete Howald, who is in his 34th season. Recently reached the 535 win mark. He's closing in on 550 for his career and closing in on 1,000 games as the FPC head coach. Matanzas has Scott Crook, who's in his 5th season, 33-38 as the Pirates coach. He's been here since 2020. We're getting ready to introduce the lineups and the national anthem, I believe.
So what kind of game can you expect to see here tonight? Would this be like a fast-paced game, or are both teams methodical with it, high scoring? What kind of game can we expect to see tonight?
I haven't seen much of Matanzas this year. I know they had some preseason games of Gamma Rogers, where I used to coach club, play St. Augustine, which I'm very familiar with their coach. I know they like to play fast-paced, but it depends on the game. It is a rival game, so it could be both teams take it slow and try to ease into the game a little bit, or both teams go flying at each other, and the pace is fast from the start. Is just, can they keep that pace for the whole 80 minutes?
And you're familiar with FPC, so what kind of game would benefit them?
Our girls just need to be clinical and fun goal. We have lots of good pacey wingers down the wing. We got Catherine on one side, and then recently it's been Isabella Cupaneras on the other. And we just got to finish. Erin Hughes is very dangerous on a goal. Ivy Chen, it's not every day that you have 2 players in double digits, and we're only halfway through the season in goals.
And Ivy Chen, only a sophomore. Catherine Ouellette, one of my favorite players. I call her Baby Rempe. She reminds me of former New York Ranger Matt Rempe in that she is just out there snapping necks and cashing checks out there. She plays with reckless abandon. She's like Bob Sanders in soccer form. Catherine is as tough as they come. And, this is a Matanzas team that's pretty young as well. Naomi Cordero is a senior, but Sienna Gutierrez and Kaylin Henthorne are sophomores. So they're going to rely on them, and they have a freshman goalkeeper, so it's going to be a matter of the youth. So let's hear the FPC lineup get introduced.
And make some noise for your Lady Bulldogs!
Enthusiastic PA, I like it.
Number 9, Aaron Hughes.
This is the third time in the last
Number
8 days that FPC and Matanzas have faced off in a sport. We'll have the boys game tomorrow. I know, Coach, you're pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, we haven't had a game in 7 days. We did that strategically. We wanted to prepare for probably what will be our toughest game so far this season. They're ranked pretty high, and yeah, we're the underdogs going that game. We know that, but every year it's been a close game. Last year it was 2-1. The year before that it was 2-1. 1-1 the year before that. So we just got to make sure that we come in with the right energy. But we have a lot of my boys here tonight watching our girls, and then hopefully the girls will do the same for us tomorrow night.
And your team is off to a great start despite a crucial loss, losing your leader and one of your best players in Aaron Binkley. How has your team been able to overcome that so far?
Well, they just have a new purpose to play for now. We had a little heartfelt moment when he told the team, and he told them he was going to be okay and that they would be okay. And he's been great. He's been basically a player coach on the sideline, keeping a positive attitude and helping the boys any way he can, even though he can't play.
All right, we're going to step aside for the national anthem in just a moment. We're going to have a live national anthem. Coach, who is singing the anthem tonight?
Miss Thompson, assistant principal here at FPC.
All right.
As Flagler FPC's own assistant principal, Miss Thompson performs our nation's anthem.
I don't want to oversell this, but I go to about 100 to 125 sporting events a year. I've called over 500 games. That was hands down the best anthem I've ever heard.
FPC's finest, Miss Thompson.
Yeah, tremendous job by Miss Thompson. We are moments away from girls. What are we calling this now? Did we come up with something for this?
I don't know if we have a name for
The
this.
girls has always been girls FPC versus Matanzas.
That's good enough. That's good enough for the county. Everybody turns out for these. It's very exciting. Who won this game last year?
Matanzas got swept last year. They lost the first game 3-0 at the Ship, and then were beat 8-0 here at Sal Campanella Stadium. FPC scored that 8th goal, which is the mercy rule goal. If you go up by 8, the game automatically ends. With about 5 seconds left, they were determined the last few minutes of that game to make it count. So we are getting ready to get underway here at midfield. Well, FPC's ready to get underway. Coach Scott Crook having some last words with his team.
FPC wearing their black jerseys for the first time this season.
Gonna need your eyes tonight, I think. I can tell some of the players by sight, and some of them I cannot. So, but we'll see. I can tell all the players who can score. I know that's Aaron Hughes right there at midfield. Skylar Strickland, Tacey Cook, Issa Kumernes, Aaron Hughes, Ivy Chen, Haley Salmons, Gianna Reyes, Catherine Ollett, Eva Stites, and Marley O'Fallon start for the Bulldogs. For the Pirates, Carson Olin, Emma Skinner, Emma Alves, Maria Martin, Sienna Gutierrez, Kaylin Henthorn, Naomi Cordero, Morgan Lynn Fleener, Ava Cervello, and Isabella Hopkins, along with Ella Forbes in goal. As we are just underway, and FPC controlling the ball. And we see there is Skylar Strickland, and that's going to be stopped by Ella Forbes. Ella has 4 shutouts on the season. So Matanzas is 2-3 when they allow a goal. Coming off a 3-1 loss to Seminole. As the Bulldogs will maintain possession and throw it in. Pirates control, trying to get the ball out of their own end for the first time tonight. And quickly FPC gets it back. There's Ivy Chen. As Gutierrez drops it in, and it's going to go out.
And here are those approaches we're talking about. FPC starts fast. They're holding the ball. They're trying to make forward progressive passes. Matanzas kind of holding their lines a little bit, being patient when they do get the ball.
Now for Matanzas, they have to slow this game down to stay in it.
I just think that's just the way they came out. You slow the game down. You have some pretty decent players in midfield that can possess the ball when they do get it. Naomi, Carson. They just have to be patient in their build-up. But FPC can also do that, but they can do that at a pretty fast pace as well. You got some players who can build up at a quick pace. Ivy Chen gets the ball. She'll go driving at you. Same thing with Haley Salmons and Skylar Strickland. They can go flying up the field while being able to possess the ball.
And it's hard to believe that 2 of those players you just named, and Haley Salmons and Ivy Chen, are just sophomores. In fact, this is an FPC team that plays a lot of 10th graders who got a lot of experience due to injuries last year.
Yeah, for sure. And those players have come into their own. You have a sophomore who's double digits in goals, and then you're relying on a winger who's a sophomore. You're relying on a center back who's a sophomore, a holding mid who's a sophomore. But those players have matured. I mean, they got their experience last year, and they went through the adversity. I mean, you lose Savannah O'Grady midway through the season, you're going to have to step up, and they did that.
And that was a huge loss, and they struggled after Savannah got hurt, and for about, I believe they lost their next 4 games, and then once those players started to get comfortable playing varsity soccer, FPC finished the season very strong.
Yeah, made a district final and a conference final in the same year. And those were very, very young players, inexperienced players playing in those finals, and all these players are now leaders on the team. We got a sophomore wearing the armband tonight, and Catherine. So these players are going to step up and will continue to step up even as the years come on, because their roster isn't as big as it was last year. They have 4 people on the bench. They've lost Laura Lee early on to a dislocated shoulder against Seabreeze, so they're going to have to continue to step up.
And Laura Lee, another one of those sophomores who contributed a lot last year. As that's down in the corner now. And we have our first whistle of the game. Safe to say, it was a long JV game for this crew. Matanzas did win the JV game 4-1, but JV games are not necessarily indicative of varsity results. And that time Hopkins comes up with it, and she gets it into Gutierrez. And Sienna able to break out. A little bit of a stumble there, and it'll stay with Matanzas. First time we've really seen Matanzas be aggressive in their own end. And that is a nice play by Isa Jimenez going the other way. And FPC on the attack. Hopkins with it again. Cross midfield. And that is a deflection. And Natalie Neal's going to corral it. That FPC defense has been tough so far. We are 6 minutes in. Both teams still feeling each other out. 40-minute halves in high school soccer. We'll have a water break around the 20-minute mark. They're going to get Catherine Ouellette there for a little bit of a push. And once again, Ivy Chen that time knocks it away. FPC is making it tough for Matanzas early here. And that is a cross into the corner. Natalie Neal is going to kick it out of bounds.
And that's what I like about Natalie Neal. She's off her line, ready to be called upon when needed. I mean, with her feet, when she needs to come out of her box and clear it out. But hopefully she has a little less to do tonight in terms of coming out of the box if the girls continue to play defense like this.
And she didn't try for the hero play there. Just kicked it out of bounds and let her defense. As Matanzas has it now. And that is going to be chased down. I believe that was Gianna Reyes running that down.
This is a good run from Gianna Reyes here.
Coming the other way.
Oh, she's still going.
Across to Hughes.
There it is.
Chen with it in the box, kicks it back out. Strickland gonna kick that high and wide.
Good build-up play from FPC.
And it goes the other way. About 9 minutes by here in the first half. And we are scoreless. But FPC has had a couple of shots on goal. As Forbes kicks this to Skinner. Kumarnes to Chen.
Good little combination play from those two.
Back to Issa. Issa takes a shot, and it's stopped by Forbes.
It's that final pass that they're just missing right now. If they can find Aaron's feet or play it back to Ivy, they can definitely get more shots on goal.
And here it is at midfield. A little bit of a run. Henthorne's giving chase. Neal able to kick it out of there and get it going the other way. Hughes trying to take it spin. She gets control of it. Ivy Chen. That's into the box. Starting to see the pressure turn up for FPC. That time, Natalie Neal came way out to clear that ball. Neal allowing 1.18 goals a game. Forbes 2.43. Natalie has 6 shutouts on the season. As the Bulldogs keeping the ball in the Matanzas end. Aaron Hughes was trying to put pressure on Forbes there. And Alette's going to throw it in. Quickly to Aaron Hughes. And it's cleared. That's Gutierrez going the other way. Down into the corner. There's Hopkins with it. Tries to get it across. It's long. Pirates maintain control. That's Kumernes again. And the Bulldogs will control it. Issa making things happen in midfield as Hughes kicks it in. Back here at midfield. That's Haley Salmons fighting for it. Taken away. Olin dribbles it out. And again, Matanzas struggling just to get in their own end, but Henthorne able to get it. And now the Pirates are on the attack.
FPC doing well to quickly get back, get numbers behind the ball, make sure that they can't get their shots off.
And that one is going to roll to Neal. "12 minutes into the first half, and we are scoreless. Kumernes with it. Off of the Neal kick as FPC will try and set up the attack. There is Reyes again dropping in. Hughes giving chase, but
Isabella definitely needs to be a little bit higher up on the field because they're looking for that switch, but she's sitting a little too deep, which is resulting in the ball just ending up at the Matanzas left back.
and here is Gutierrez again. Trying to get the ball into scoring position for Matanzas as Reyes throws it in. Gutierrez to Hopkins. As now Ivy Chen in control.
And behind, she sees the pass. Good pass by Ivy. Well done from Issa.
And
1-0.
Issa Cameras with the goal for FPC. And it's 1-0. Just a great offensive possession by FPC there, Coach.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the build-up play I was talking about. They can possess the ball, but they can do it in a progressive manner, and they're going at it at a very high pace. 2-3 passes, the ball was already at Isabella's foot.
And what about that assist from Ivy Chen?
Hey, that's what she can bring to the table. When Ivy Chen is not somebody you want driving at you, but if she is driving at you, she will find one of her two strikers or wingers in this case. But she makes stuff happen going forward.
And Issa Cremernes has done a lot in midfield, and now she has a goal to go with it as FPC has a 1-0 lead. Time of the goal, 13 minutes, 7 seconds. For Issa, that's her 4th goal of the year. as the Pirates have the ball down in the FPC end for the first time, really, in a while. And a corner kick coming.
Quick corner.
And that's cleared by FPC. Pirates back with it on the cross, and that is a goal. And that is Kaylin Henthorn with the answer for Matanzas. And we are tied at 1.
Wow, what an incredible answer from the Lady Pirates there to tie the game up. And I just want to say that exchange of goals is brought to you by the WNZF Sports Network, Flagler Radio YouTube channel. If you joined us here tonight, we thank you. Please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to show the power of local sports. Tonight, the power of local Flagler County soccer. Please subscribe to the Flagler Radio YouTube channel.
Time of goal for Kaylin, 14 minutes, 21 seconds. Her 9th goal of the season. She is 3rd in the county.
Little switch here for the Bulldogs. Michaela Barbell, freshman comes in. Ivy goes to striker. She goes winger.
Nice save there by Alves. And Barbell had a goal against Menendez last night. It was her 2nd of the season. Now, how much does it factor in that that FPC did play last night?
These girls are pretty resilient. They were actually in my classroom today, some of them doing recovery with the leg compression machines. I think they'll be fine. It's just about game management, and I'm sure Coach Howell did a very good job of that last night, knowing that he had this game tonight.
And once again, Matanzas not able to get anything going there. But the one thing that matters is the score, and we are tied.
That might have actually been Matanzas' first attempt on goal as well.
I believe that is the case. Ivy Chen looking for another opportunity here. And that is cleared by Alves. Just the 16th goal Natalie Neal has allowed in 14 games. As there's a throw-in. And now the Pirates take control. Olin in midfield, taken away. And Issa Camarnes finds the ball on her foot again. Ivy Chen now with it. Quick spin into the middle.
This is exactly who you want on the ball, driving forward. She's making stuff happen for the Bulldogs at the moment. We just need other players around her to make the correct run so she can find it.
Little stumble there. And we're going to have a timeout for a substitution. Trying to see who it is, but those numbers look pretty small from up here. That was Parker Inman who came in for Matanzas. Almost a quarter of the way through the game, we're tied at 1. If you're just joining us, Issa Camarnes with a goal with 26:53 remaining in the half. Just 74 seconds later, Kaylin Henthorn of Matanzas answered to get us to 1. And the Bulldogs will throw it in. It's in the corner. And stays with FPC. As Camarnes strikes.
Good save.
Big save by Alves. There's no rebound. Catherine Ouellette with the goal. And FPC takes a 2-1 lead. A great save by Alves, but not able to recover in time for the strike by Catherine Olette.
Good initial strike from Issa. Enough power on it to the point where they caused a rebound, which resulted in Catherine putting it in.
The Pirates answered pretty quickly last time. Can they do it again? As it's now 2-1 for Roulette. That is her 6th goal of the season. She is 3rd on the team in goals scored, as a matter of fact. Ivy Chen has control of it again. This time to Strickland. Bulldogs looking for more. Jimenez again. Taken away by Olin. As Inman is coming up the sideline. Bulldogs get it back in. And
Ivy-
Chen is making those defenders work.
She is all over the place right now.
Nice play that time by O'Fallon. Let now with the cross. Little too tall for Chen. And Matanzas gets it back out. Haley Salmons that time. And that one is going to be a little too strong.
The baseball equivalent of just a bit outside.
Feels like the Bulldogs may smell blood in the water as we have passed the 20-minute mark.
They're certainly on the attack right now.
And now we're going to have timeout for a water break. So we'll take it with them. FPC leads 2-1 with 19:47 to go in the first half. This is Flagler County Soccer on the WNZF Sports Network. So this is the first time you've ever done commentary? I mean, you've done everything else.
Yeah, I've done it once before, but it wasn't for a real game. It was an esports event, so they were playing FIFA.
A little more. Is it a little more fast-paced, I would imagine?
Oh, yeah, the game is over in 12 minutes, so I would imagine so.
So you're like, oh, I'm so exhausted.
Don't worry about it. No breaks. It's all good. Yeah, just bring us back.
Oh, I have generic. Oh, I have it.
Back here at Sal Campanella Stadium, Mike Licio, Rich Carroll, and the coach, Ramtin Amiri, here with you at FPC, where the Bulldogs lead the Pirates 2-1. Goals by Issa Cremernes, Catherine Olette for FPC, and Kaylin Henthorn for Matanzas. As Ella Forbes gets ready to kick. Forbes have been stopping about 80% of her shots on the season. As Hopkins has it. To Gutierrez. Drops that one off to Olin. Now Inman tries to get it. And the Bulldogs are coming the other way.
Good ball on Aaron's feet. A little behind Michaela there. But that's good from the Bulldogs. If it's not on, you can just reset, go back, and try to go up again.
And here comes Olin. Carson kicking it in. And rolls softly to Natalie Neal. Gutierrez gives chase. Sliding to keep it in. The Bulldogs, as Hughes is going after it. Fleener was defending there. And the Pirates are just going to clear it out. Salmons will throw it in. Hughes. Stopped by Alves. Excuse me, by Forbes, rather. And now we'll let.
Quick throw by Catherine there.
Able to control it. Tries to hit Hughes on the cross. And there's Aaron Hughes again. Little dribbler that time for Forbes to scoop up. "23 minutes down, 17 to go in the first half. And that's Cervello with it at midfield. Pirates trying to get set up. Gets past. That's Hopkins. And Salmon's able to get it away.
Well done by Haley there.
Comes back, and that's just a little wide. Great shot there, just a little wide.
So close to the equalizer that time.
That was Carson Olin putting it on Natalie Neal. But the Pirates come away empty-handed with 16 minutes to go in the half. Natalie says she's been working on her kicking.
Yeah, and we have our goalkeeper coach that helps both girls and boys side, Tanner. So sometimes the boys and girls goalkeepers do their sessions together. But I know she definitely has been working on that, punts, goal kicks. It's something that her and Tanner both work on before games as well. So sometimes you'll see her pop out of the shooting warm-up, work on some goal kicks, just so she can get it right.
And that's Tanner Paulo, who you're referring to. And, of course, his brother Tegan is your keeper. And then, he's not the only one with somebody's younger brother. Your brother Rami, of course, on the team. Are you harder on Rami because he's your brother?
Oh, 100%. You'll hear him multiple times. He's like, why are you always on my case?
Has he not seen you coach? You're on everybody's case.
And this is who the Pirates need to go through. Carson Olin comes from a very good soccer family. I've known her since she was very little. Very, very talented soccer player. Got to find her in the midfield if the Pirates want to get something going.
I know one of my coworkers whose daughter plays for St. Augustine. His daughter's Faith Fleming from St. Augustine. She's They've told me a lot about Iana Gutierrez as well.
Yes.
Talented sophomore.
I've had the pleasure of coaching some of the Matanzas girls. I coached Sienna, Carson, Ryan Bennett on JV. A lot of them played at Ancient City Soccer Club when I worked there, so had the opportunity to coach some of them. And then Isabella Hopkins was actually the first person I ever did a private session with when I was still back in high school. She was very, very young. She was playing with boys at the time at the club level.
FPC on the attack again. Good defense that time by the Pirates as they try to get it going the other way. Ancient City, of course, has that beautiful turf field down at Gamble Rogers Middle School, almost practically in my backyard. I was the voice of the Gamble Rogers football team for 6 years. Shout out to my good friend Matt Potak. But that is a great field they have there. My son's played lacrosse on it.
Great field, just hard to take a corner on it with the concrete
Yeah, they don't really. Yeah, they don't have a lot of space on that on the edges there.
Not at all.
But I guess when those fields are expensive, so I guess if you can save a little turf here and there, I guess you literally cut corners where you can. And of course, every huge soccer family. I know your father's coached. He's officiated. Your sister coaches. She was at the alma mater last year.
Yeah, no longer coaching high school soccer, but she still she coaches at Ormond Beach Soccer Club. She got 2 teams there. My dad coached me when I was younger. Now he's reffing. Was on the Seabreeze Deltona boys game last night. Seabreeze came away with a 9-1 win.
Aaron Hughes trying to break the defender down. Skylar Strickland. And that one goes wide. Sometimes it feels like if you get enough shots, eventually some of them are going to go in. That's always been my small-minded soccer philosophy is if you just keep attacking the goal, eventually one of those will go in. They can't stop all of them. As Skinner turns upfield. Bulldogs trying to set something up here. And that's Roulette with it. She's been aggressive tonight in the corner. There she goes again.
Good early ball.
And there is a shot.
Goal!
And it goes in the corner!
Lacey Clay off the bench.
And Lacey Clay with her 3rd goal of the season put a little curve on that. And the Bulldogs take a 3-1 lead. I wasn't sure that one was going to turn enough. But she gets it right in that top corner for her 3rd goal of the season, and it's 3-1. Time of goal, 11:22. And now Ivy Chen with it. Seems like the Bulldogs have gotten some confidence here. As that is headed out. Salmons now with it in the box. To Hughes.
Deflection there for a corner.
So that will be Aaron Hughes taking the corner. Hughes, the leading goal scorer in the county with 14. She had 2 last night.
Good ball in.
And what a save that time by Forbes. I don't know that you can hit a corner better than that. Haley Salmons now with it. And it's deflected out. How tough is that play in the corner for the keeper there?
Well, usually they have someone on the front post who will deal with it, but they didn't there. But she did really good to read it through all the bodies that were in front of her.
Now it's Henthorn with it. She's got a goal in this game. Trying to find Gutierrez, but it's taken away.
It's good build-up play here by the Bulldogs.
And Salmons takes it away from Olin. Looking for a shot. Nice deflection there. I believe that was Cervello with it. Henthorn now pushing it upfield for Gutierrez. Natalie Neal comes out. There's no one there. Is it gonna? It just rolls wide. Dangerous, dangerous play.
And I can see Tanner Paulo already off the bench. I don't think Natalie Neal needed to come out for that.
That that was, if you're for the Pirates in white, that is an unfortunate break for you. For the FPC, that is very fortunate. Did they just give Coach Howell the card?
I think they gave Natalie the card, which is the reason she's stepping off.
Oh.
Skylar Strickland going to step in goal for the moment.
Skylar's
Third time she's been in goal this season, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, Skylar's got 20 minutes in goal this year. She's allowed 1 goal. So that was Natalie Neal.
I'm actually surprised she's sitting down. You would think she would get right back up, ready to go in. Oh, there she is. Coach Howell told her to get up. If you're the Bulldogs here, all you want to do, keep the ball until you're able to sub Natalie Neal back in.
So Matanzas maybe with an opportunity here with the backup goalkeeper, Skylar Strickland.
We use the word backup loosely because I'm not sure how happy Skylar is to be in goal right now at the moment.
Oh, Aaron Hughes is going to try and help her out here. Here comes
Nicole
Ivy Chen.
Dickinson.
And Forbes with the tackle there. FPC crowd wanted a call, as that is now going the other way towards the.
And there it is. Natalie Neal can come back on the field. Add that to Skylar Strickland's stats. Clean sheet.
Yes.
There's your shot of the moon there, Mike.
And it is a beautiful one.
Hiding behind the clouds.
Very nice night. I was at your game last week. We had nice weather. I don't know if I've ever had back-to-back soccer nights with such great weather.
Let's hope the weather holds up tomorrow. I know there's supposed to be some rain in the forecast, but it was supposed to rain today, but it didn't. So we'll see.
Stay optimistic, as Natalie Neal has now re-entered the game. Three to 1. Goals by Lacey Clay at 11:22, Catherine Ouellette at 21:59, and Isa Camernes for FPC at 26:53. Kaylin Henthorn with the lone Pirate goal at 25:39. And now Hughes going the other way. Catherine Ouellette quickly giving chase. But it's run down that time by Martins. 5 minutes to go in the half. Emma Skinner is coming out of the game. That is Cassidy Simon in for the first time tonight. Ivy Chen back. That's O'Fallon. Hughes with it now. Chen with the slide takes it away.
Actually, Nicole Dickinson on
Sorry,
the right
that was
wing.
Nicole Dickinson.
She's been great since she's been on.
And that is the senior Dickinson. That one a little too long for Salmons. But FPC is back waiting for it. And that is out. That'll stay with FPC. As it's thrown in. Four minutes to go in the half. Thrown in. Bulldogs control. Now the Pirates going the other way. That Bulldog defense continues to be stifling at midfield. Cervello now with it. Across to Olin. Henthorn getting by the defender.
That was a nice move.
Trying to set up, but taken away. And now
Aaron
quickly,
can get in here. If Aaron gets by her, she's in on goal.
Hughes defended that time well
Good
by
job
Fleener.
defensively.
And it stays with FPC, 2:45 to go. Bulldogs throw it in. Pirates trying to get something here before the half. But FPC is in control.
Nicole Dickinson.
And that is cleared. Two minutes to go now. Cervello to Olin. Trying to get it past the FPC defense. Gutierrez
Well
was going
done
after it.
from Marley O'Fallon there.
Marley, another one of those talented 10th graders for FPC. Got to interview her in Summer League. I think that was a game that you were actually officiating.
Yeah, I run that league, and one of the referees decided that he was going to show up 40 minutes late, so had to get the whistle and the cars back out for that.
What are the rules to this game? No, I'm just kidding. 1:10 to go. Natalie Neal drops that one.
That's a very, very solid putt.
Catherine
Good
Lett,
flick on.
one-on-one here. Trying to get another goal. Across and just a little long for Chen. Is that 10 or 12? That was 10. These numbers, I'm telling you.
10 and 12 were both involved there. Both could have hit at the back post.
That time Hughes going to be picked up by Forbes. She's been very busy this half. We are down to 30 seconds. Salmons that time gets it back in. Olette to Hughes. Now here comes
24
Catherine
seconds.
again.
Good ball
Cross saved that time by Forbes. I know the scoreboard doesn't indicate it, but Ella Forbes has been solid in goal tonight as Cordero takes it the other way. And that one is going to go in the air, and that is the end of the first half. 40 minutes gone by.
What a first half it was.
FPC 3, Matanzas 1.
Big time first half there for the Lady Bulldogs, taking a 3-1 lead into halftime. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. The Crosstown Showdown, the Lady Bulldogs, the Lady Pirates. The first of two. So nice. We got to do it twice this week. Tomorrow we got the boys game, the El Clasico, right here on the WNZF Sports Network, right here tonight from Sal Campanella Stadium. The Lady Bulldogs lead the Lady Pirates 3-1. Thank you so much for joining us on the WNZF Sports Network, the Flagler Radio YouTube channel. If this is your first time joining us here tonight, we appreciate you joining us. Please subscribe to the channel. You'll get alerts when we go live with various games. A lot more basketball games coming up here this year during our winter schedule. Maybe some softball and baseball coming up later on in the year as well. So please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We appreciate you. It is halftime, 3-1 Bulldogs over the Pirates. We will be back in just a Back here at Sal Campanella Stadium. Beautiful night here for the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Pirates version of the Crosstown Showdown in 2024. Bulldogs lead this one 3-1 at halftime, Mike.
Got 3 goals for FPC. Issa Cremernes with the first goal, followed by Catherine Ollett, and then Lacey Clay. And then for Matanzas, Caitlin Henthorn has the 1 goal. Coach Ram Tanamiri, the FPC boys coach, has joined us tonight. Coach, if you're Pete Hald, you have a 3-1 lead at the half. What are you saying to your team right now down there in the goal?
Knowing Coach Howell, I think he's saying more because you can't have that many opportunities on goal in one half and only get 3. I think they got to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal, which they always turn it around, and I know they will, but I know that he wants them to continue to score. That's the whole point of the game, but just got to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal. A lot of times when the ball ends up at the back post and there's no one there and we reset and it happens again. We just got to get a little bit, be a little bit more clinical in front of goal.
They've been a second half team most of the year. Now on the other side, if you're Scott Crook and it's 3-1, what are you saying to your team there?
I said same thing I was saying during the game. You gotta find those midfielders. Your best players are in midfield. You got Carson Olin, you got Naomi. You got just find those players and they can make stuff happen going forward.
Now one of the players that your team always tries to find is joining us here, Jack Moberly from the boys soccer team. Jack, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have any thoughts on the first half of this game? I know probably a little biased, but what are your thoughts on the first half of the game?
I think the Bulldogs are doing pretty well keeping the ball. I just think, as Coach Ramstein said, they just have to find the back of the net in the critical situations.
Let's talk about your team. You guys are on a bit of a little unbeaten streak here. You know, how have things clicked so well so early for the team?
I think our dominance just comes from our passion for the sport and just how we play for each other. I think we've played a lot of teams that may be a little more technical, have more technical ability than us, but we've always just wanted it more. That's been like that since last year.
Now, Aaron Binkley was a key player on the team. It would have been very easy to say, okay, we're losing one of our leaders. What do we do now? But your team instead has come together and is playing some really good soccer. How did that happen? How are you guys able to overcome such a loss?
Yeah, of course, Aaron was a major piece of our team last year, but we've had a lot of younger guys step up in his role this year. We've had a lot of players who weren't considered leaders last year become leaders this year, and as I said, a lot of the sophomores just stepping up and really doing it for him.
Now, there's been a lot on your plate with Aaron. Now, how have you taken that responsibility on?
Oh, me and Aaron were best friends, so I took it to heart for sure, and all I want to do is just play for him this year, you know. Just everything I do is for him. I write his number on my wrist before every single game.
You've had a pretty good season. Now, let's talk about real quick. We were talking about that Deltona game. You were just, as a team, you guys really got going in that game, and where does that spark come from?
Oh, I mean, once we put the ball in the back of the net once, from there it's just goal after goal, you know. Once we get that first one, then the whole team our spirit just rises.
And then you've got Tegan Paulo in goal this year, and, you know, he was playing football early in the year. It seemed like he was able to get back into the swing of things, though, pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Tegan's got a good head on his shoulder. I think every single person in the program has a 100% commitment in Tegan. We all have our trust in him.
One of the great things, I don't know if Coach is going to think this is a great thing, but I think it was a great thing that Tegan being out gave the other keepers a chance to get some opportunities to play. You know, talk about how those guys have developed to give you guys some depth in that position.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Seeing how Hayden has developed over the years is really great for me, really great for all of us, I think. You know, him being able to get minutes, you know, just seeing him happy makes us all happy, and we all trust him and his abilities. And, you know, Nick, it being his first year playing soccer, you know, he's definitely the spirit of the team, you know.
If you look at Hayden's minutes from last year, it doesn't equal up to one game. And look at him from this year, he's nearly at 300. He's not only as a different player. We have confidence when I played him in goal. He's probably played in the last 4 or 5 games, but like as a person, he's completely different too. Different confidence in him last year. Probably not ideal with that. Tegan went down hurt, but after that Lake Mary game, I know he was kind of distraught and probably not the best experience for him to go in and concede 5 goals in 20 minutes, but a completely different person.
Character builder, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, how exciting was it to see him score that goal against Deltona?
Oh, it was amazing, especially me being able to get the assist, just made me so happy. Seeing him happy, I mean, that was probably the most happy I've ever seen Hayden in my life.
What's your mindset going into tomorrow? I know we're getting ready to start playing soccer again here, but what's your mindset going into tomorrow's game?
Oh, it's just another game to us, Of course, it's our rivalry. It's a lot of our senior year, but I mean, I think we definitely want it more than ever this year, knowing we haven't beat them. So, I mean, it just holds a whole nother value to us being able to play tomorrow.
Well, Jack, we appreciate you joining us. Good
Yes,
luck.
sir.
We'll be here tomorrow for that game. And now we're going to get back to action here as Matanzas is trying to climb out of a 3-1 hole. I'll wait for Jack to leave before I make you say nice things about him, Coach. What player frustrates you the most?
Jack.
I had a feeling. Now, Jack is great, and he has been one of the pillars of this program in your time here.
Yeah, for sure. I've known Jack and I've known Aaron and Tegan since they were probably about 8 or 9. They played club with my little brother, so watching them come through the years, watching them from freshman year to now has been an absolute improvement. And to be honest, a lot of those seniors and juniors have absolutely turned our program around. Like, if you go back, look on that spreads, we were not winning many games for a couple years, and they wanted to change that. I think they were sick and tired of that, and I think they bring higher standard, not only to themselves, but to the entire team. And sometimes it can get a little bit, a little frustrating, and they can get a little heated with each other, but it's a good thing in terms of, hey, if I'm getting on you, it means because I'm holding you to a higher standard rather than I'm getting on you because I just want to be angry.
Well, I think we've seen that show in the results this year so far. Forbes continues in goal for Matanzas. Little pass to Cervello there as Matanzas is trying to get out of their own zone. And now O'Fallon at midfield. Olin getting it going the other way. This is Haley Salmons now trying to attack. Cervello able to knock it away.
That's the second time this game that Haley Salmons has drove forward from a very deep holding me position. I just feel like she just needs to rip the shot a little earlier.
And now here comes Matanzas, but quickly the other way for FPC. And even there where you don't gain possession, but you make Matanzas have to restart and fight through the FPC end of the field.
And even with the headphones on, you can still hear Coach Howard saying, keep them here. Like, once he gets them into their half, he wants to keep them there and keep the pressure there. Because, to be honest, the one time the Matanzas did get in the first half, they scored. So keep the pressure in the Matanzas defensive third, continue to create chances, and hopefully put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, Henthorn was trying to get it in there, but she didn't have any help with her. Neil right to Henthorn that time, but great job by Tacey Cook there. Ivy Chen now with it. To Camernes. Issa trying to set it up. Spinning around. Takes a shot. Double clutch, but Forbes comes up with it. Issa continues to have a great game.
This is definitely a comeback season for her because she missed majority of last season through injury. So very, very good her freshman year. Came back sophomore year. Unfortunately picked up an injury. Never really got back into the game like she wanted to. But so far, last couple of games especially, she's been kind of all over the place, scoring some goals, getting some assists. So hopefully she keeps up the form.
Now Salmons with it back out. Skylar Strickland. To Chen, trying to hit Issa again. Sorry. Kicking coach over here. And the Pirates are able to hold FPC off. 5 minutes by in the second half. It's 3-1. 3 different goal scorers for FPC. Issa Jimenez, who we've talked about a lot. Catherine Ouellette and Lacey Clay. Kaylin Henthorn for the Pirates. As once again, they try to keep it in the FPC end. Now, Matanzas looked like they were going to have an opportunity.
Oh, here's Matanzas.
Hopkins takes a shot, and it's wide.
The Bulldogs definitely need to be a little bit more composed in the back, not get sloppy. Make sure that they are good on the ball. They can build out. No need to rush it, especially when Matanzas they're only pressuring with 1 or 2 players. So there's time to take a touch and play out. No need to rush the build out.
Now on the other side there, is that a situation where maybe Hopkins needs to be a little more patient?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like she could have taken her time. Again, there was only 2 or 3 in the attack, so she doesn't really have many options going forward, but she was also in a 1v1 situation. Just continue going forward and be patient.
And not taken away by O'Fallon. Now coming out is Forbes, and she's able to get to it. And sometimes with the goalkeeper, like I said earlier, she's given up 3 goals tonight, but she has faced a barrage of shots too.
For sure.
And she is only a freshman, so they have challenged her here.
And as a goalkeeper, you want to stay involved in the game. So she's obviously involved in the game a lot, facing a lot of shots. Natalie Neal maybe not involved in the game as much, so she's playing a little higher, getting the ball to feet, playing out. Sometimes taking a little risk like she did in the first half, getting the yellow, but trying to stay involved in the game. I think the girls try to get her on the ball when they can, so she also can start an attack. I mean, some of her punts and goal kicks can get something going forward for the Bulldogs.
Almost had an opportunity there in the first half.
For sure.
And I've seen Natalie in games sometimes where FPC does such a good job of keeping the ball in their half that she could sit back there and do her homework. Matanzas trying to break this FPC stranglehold right now.
Yeah, right now, Bulldogs dominating the time of possession here.
And even there, they have to go back and set up again.
It just feels like every single time the Matanzas can build out and play someone that's open, there is one of the Lady Bulldogs right in front of their face. They got to reset and go the other way, and it happens again. But the back four are doing a very good job of covering the space and stepping to their player real quick.
And once again, it's in the FPCN. Ivy Chen this time trying to make something happen. Back to Issa Jimenez. Issa slips a little bit. Closely guarded. That one taken away that time. That was Emma Alves with the play there. Doing a good job on defense. Eva Cervello going to try and get this ball into the Matanzas half. And then Neal is going to pick that up. It almost feels like 12 on 11 at times, the way the FPC defense has been tonight.
Yeah, and I think it does have a lot to do with Haley Salmons because she a lot of the times drops back and helps defensively. Same thing with Skylar Strickland. Like if you look now, they're defending with 6 versus 3. They get back, they cover the spaces. It's kind of hard to play through when you're attacking with such low numbers, and the entire midfield has dropped back behind the ball.
Haley Salmons will be our guest on the Rich and Mike Sports Show. I don't think I've told Rich that yet, but yes, Rich, Haley Salmons. Poor Rich, I've been putting him through the blender tonight, haven't I?
Well, I appreciate the information. Thank you, Mike.
Got to catch up with Haley a couple weeks ago. But then I forgot that Thanksgiving was a holiday.
You forgot that Thanksgiving was a holiday?
Radio-wise, poor calendar management on my part. I was like, oh, we'll put you on next week. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's a holiday. Here comes Ivy Chen trying to set it up. And an opportunity for Aaron Hughes. Diving save by Forbes.
She has been phenomenal in goal.
FPC back on the attack.
Gianna,
Shot that time just wide by
Wow.
Gianna Reyes. Oh, she wanted that one.
and that's Gianna Reyes playing left back, shooting on the right side of the field on top of the 18.
Here we go. Once again, though, Haley Salmons making her presence felt. What a play by Haley. It's into the corner. That's going to be a foul. So now Catherine Ouellette.
Very, very dangerous position for the Bulldogs. Good run by Haley Salmon. She just was determined to continue moving forward. But that's the kind of person she is. If there's a brick wall, she will run through it.
Ouellette trying to get
Goal.
it in. Oh, just off the crossbar.
Good effort, good effort.
The southpaw. I think that still counts. If you're left-footed, you're still a southpaw, right? Because a paw is, if it's on a four-legged creature, is technically a foot.
I'm going to just agree.
You should do that more often.
Yeah, that's right.
Issa Kamane is pushing the issue.
Probably giving away an unnecessary foul there, especially when they've gotten into the other team's 18 and forced the throw-in next to their 18. No reason to continue to foul there.
27 minutes to go. Pirates still trailing 3-1. Mike Licio, Rich Carroll, and the coach, Romton Amiri. Here with you at Sal Campanella Stadium, where we'll be again tomorrow. That's knocked out. Alves throws it into Henthorn. Skinner able to get it away. Now here comes Gutierrez the other way. Check that's Hopkins.
This is an opportunity for the Pirates to get numbers forward, but it still doesn't seem that they're getting as many as they need to. Like there's 2 versus 4 here. Got to get numbers forward, especially when you have a throw-in and the ability to do that on a dead ball.
Now the caliber of goal scorers FPC has, does that make you have to play back more to protect yourself in the back end, or could they be a
For
little
sure,
more aggressive here?
But you gotta assess the situation. You have Aaron up top between 3. You have Ivy dropped into the defend. You can send numbers forward. You just gotta make sure that they get behind the ball the second the ball's given away.
And there it is.
And this is what I'm talking about. They had numbers forward. Just gotta go forward with it.
And Gutierrez was kicking it back. This is Fleener going all the way back to Forbes. Aaron Hughes coming in to challenge the goalkeeper. Ivy Chen knocks it back to Fleener. And here come the Bulldogs again. Gutierrez defending there. Sienna to Olin. And there's a throw in. And again, Matanzas struggling to get out of this end of the field.
Good ball through.
And that was a nice play by Skinner.
Well done from Eva Sites.
Looks like we're going to have a substitution. .24 minutes to go in the game. As Rebecca Cordero checks in. Pirates, rare opportunity. Gutierrez kicks it. And Natalie Neal able to round it up. Too many one and done possessions here for Matanzas. Issa in midfield.
Good ball in.
Opportunity for
Nicole
Dickinson. Spins around. Cuts it across. A little long for Jimenez now. Tacey Cook kicking it in. Catherine Ouellette controlling. With the cross.
Oh!
Jimenez just wide. Issa has been everywhere tonight. .23 minutes to go. The Pirates still trailing by 2. As Forbes lines up. Gutierrez collides with Ouellette. And that's a foul on Catherine. Cervello now. Nice stop there by FPC. Pirates maintain possession, thrown in. Eva Stites able to clear it. Thrown in. This is Olin with it now. Guarded by Salmons very closely.
That's what I'm talking about. Haley Salmons presses the ball, but so does Tacey Cook, and it's a 2 versus 1.
Thrown in that time. There's Salmons again. Defending. Little disagreement on that one as Cervello has it. Big opportunity for Matanzas here. 20 minutes to go. Cervello, little too much hook on it, and it misses.
Good looking shot, though.
Natalie Neal read it all the way.
And that is going to be the second half water break. So we'll take a quick break here. Back in just a minute. It's 3-1 FPC here. This is Flagler County Soccer on the WNZF Sports Network. Mike Licio, Rich Carroll, Robinson Amiri here with you at Sal Campanella Stadium, where FPC leads 3-1 with 20 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the second half. 3 first-half goals from FPC: Isa Camernes, Catherine Ouellette, and Lacey Clay. 1 for Matanzas, Kaylin Henthorn in the first, and they've been scoreless here in the second half. We just heard over the loudspeaker, Catherine Ouellette from FPC, Baby Rempy as a caller, is up for News Journal Athlete of the Week. So get on to News Journal online and make sure you vote for Catherine. Show everybody why this is football county, regardless of whether it's football or football. We're getting ready to get back underway. And Matanzas has had a couple opportunities here in the second half. They just haven't been able to cash them in.
Yeah, but I would say the time of possession has been dominated by FPC here in the second half.
For sure.
No question. And at times, as I said, it feels like it's 12 on 11. Natalie Neal set to kick here. Got her 6th shutout of the season last night against Menendez. And that's Haley Salmons with it. Taken away that time by Cordero, Naomi Cordero. As Olin tries to get it in. Rebecca Cordero now controlling. But again, the Pirates stay back. Gutierrez to Henthorn.
And Gutierrez has dropped in a...
And that's blocked by
good
Neal.
save. And Gutierrez has dropped into a midfield position, so now you have Carson Olin, Naomi, and Sienna all in midfield, which is kind of what the Pirates need to get those players on the ball.
So 1940, and we'll have a corner kick from the Pirates. And that's Isabella Hopkins, and that is clear. Hopkins throws it in. Olin back to Hopkins. Knocked away, that time by Stites. As the rain begins to fall here on the south end of the county. Gutierrez. They whistle that one dead.
This field's going to have to get rolled out for tomorrow's game.
Coach already thinking about the impact of the rain.
That's the Flagler County battle between the boys soccer teams tomorrow right here on the WNZF. Getting started at 7:30.
Gutierrez with the corner kick. Sienna has it still. Back up top to Cordero. And now Salmon's trying to break the other way. She's out in front.
1v1. It's going to be a 60-yard goal if she's able to put it in here.
Salmon's trying to get there and
Good
stopped by
save.
Forbes. Ella Forbes has stood on her head time and
Ball
time
back in.
again tonight. Chen with a
Ivy.
shot and stopped.
Boy, Forbes is she's just keeping the Pirates in this game. Brilliant save after brilliant save.
And there is a Pirate down on the field.
And it was a 2-on-1 opportunity there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Haley Salmon's got out in front,
Number 14.
and that is Maria Martins. That Michael Dorsch, the Pirates athletic trainer, is out to check on her. That was a dangerous, dangerous situation for the Pirates as Martins is walking off.
Got a little text update from your alma mater. Down 2-1 to Pedro Menendez.
Oh no, we can't have that.
It's Rivalry Tuesday.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't know, I am a graduate of St. Augustine High, class of 1999. My wife, Pedro Menendez, class of 2003. My two kids go to St. Augustine. We have a group chat that says Yellow Jackets only. She is not included in that. Now Barbell in midfield over to Chen. Chen's and Nicole Dickinson. That's going to roll towards Forbes. Pirates, there's a whistle there. It's getting late early for the Pirates.
Nicole
Dickinson,
Dickinson's away.
cross
Good ball
here
from
to Chen,
Dickinson. Oh,
and another save.
we've got to capitalize on those.
Good look there for Ivy Chen. Dickinson had played that one perfectly. Salmon's there again. Ivy goes to work. There's a kick and it's saved.
She has to be in double digits for saves this game for sure.
Yeah, I've lost count for sure.
You have lost count, Mike?
I know, it's incredible. $15.50 to go. Haley Salmons again. This time the Pirates come up with it. Giving chase. They're going to tap that back to Neal. And she's going to set FPC up going the other way. Henthorn defending there. Throws it in. Tried to get it to Olin, but couldn't. Catherine Ouellette now the other way. That one taken away by Fleener. Skinner with the ball. And there's a whistle. As they tend to a Pirate on the field. 15:02 to go. I was at St. Joe last night for Matanzas Pirate girls basketball, and seems like there's always shenanigans at St. Joe. Pirates got off to a quick start, and all of a sudden there was some water spilled on the court.
Oh.
Reminds me of last year when, Coach, your team was up 3-1 with like 8 minutes left, and the clock stopped for about 2 minutes.
I definitely remember. I just don't remember what team that was.
That was St. Joe.
Oh, yeah,
Always
for sure.
shenanigans going on there.
We've somehow created a rivalry with St. Joe. They're the only team we play twice. I'm friends with their coach. It's always a good game.
Field's starting to get a little slippery out there.
Yeah, Dickinson was not able to keep her footing. Yeah, one of my coworkers, her son Gabe, plays for St. Joe. Gabe Norquist.
Gabe Norquist coached him in club.
Yes, and she was quick to come find me the day after that game.
Oh,
Or that Monday after the
guarantee
game.
it.
I said, look, they had no Aaron Binkley. Tegan Paulo was kicking footballs.
No Mikhail Isaac, no
No.
River Rodriguez. We were missing a lot
Yeah,
of
that's what I
players.
said. I said this was a triage team.
We'll get our opportunity to get that one back.
Dickinson, and that was a nice snag there by Forbes again,
She's everywhere.
as is Haley Salmons. Here's an opportunity. Hopkins now. Stites able to get it back to Neal.
The Bulldogs recover so fast behind the ball. The second that they get the ball away and turn it over, they are right back behind the ball defending.
And that's why it always, to use that cliche, that's why it feels like there's an extra defender. They're just so quickly to get back. Ouellette now trying to find.
Nicole Dickinson! Oh! She is one of the players that I want to see score so bad.
She has not gotten a goal yet in her senior season. And she has been a mainstay for this FPC program.
Can't get closer than that.
12:44 to go. Barbell to Ouellette. Now Gutierrez has it. Ouellette now coming the other way with the cross, trying to find Dickinson there. Kick that time by Strickland!
Skylar Strickland!
Skylar Strickland with the goal, and it's 4-1. Skylar Strickland makes it 4-1 with 12:21 to go in the second. For Skylar, her 4th goal of the season.
And that one was coming. There was too much pressure without a goal. Eventually, one was going to find the back of the net. As good as Ella Forbes has been, she can't save everything.
FPC's probably had 15 shots here in the half. As the crowd comes to life at Sal Campanella Stadium.
That crowd is my boys' soccer team sitting right under the press box.
They're hoping for a similar result tomorrow. We don't play favorites here.
Oh, no.
Well, I know at least one of us is rooting for a specific school tomorrow.
That's right.
I would never.
Tonight he's neutral. He's a broadcaster.
Yeah, it sure sounded that way. We do.
As neutral as I can be with my FPC soccer polo shirt on.
I understand. Yeah. You got a coach, an alum. Everything you do, you wear a lot of hats.
Yes, just dealing with the hair is too much. You just got to put a hat on.
That's a good point.
I don't know. The hair looks great.
Hey, no hat today. No hat today. Actually, no hat the last couple games.
Nicole Dickinson fighting for it. And the Pirates able to defend. That's Cordero fighting over there. Throws it in. Taken away by FPC. Jimenez now.
Nicole
Pushing-
Dickinson at the back post here.
Ouellette takes a shot, and it's stopped by Forbes. They might have to pack her in ice to take her back to Matanzas tonight. 10:40 to go. Olin tried to get that one out in front to Cordero. A little too long. Thrown in. Marley O'Fallon across the field. I believe that's Stites on the other side. That's going to roll out. And it's going to stay with FPC. 10 minutes to go. 70 minutes played. Cremernes. Cervello kicking it back the other way. Olin gets it over into the Pirates' half. Hopkins was fighting for that one. Getting ready for a throw-in with 9:04 to go in the game. FPC controls. Aaron Hughes had a piece of that knocked away by Alves. Catherine Roulette fighting for it. She wins the battle.
There's even less players from the Pirates in the final third as there were before. It's just, it seems that the Bulldogs have not given up the ball in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, it feels like you saw some opportunities for the Pirates in the first half. Not much going on here in the second.
The only time they really had the ball was for a few seconds after the goal. Even there, Cervello kicks it in, and it's quickly recovered by FPC. Isa Cremernes.
And Pirates did a great job after that first goal, answering right back, but not much since then.
Here's an opportunity for them right now.
Hopkins on the
Offsides,
breakaway.
though.
Natalie Neal getting a chance to stretch her legs a little bit. Aaron Hughes should look alive here. FPC controlling it. A lot of contact there. Stites now has it. 7 minutes to go. Hughes tries to get it out in front. Taken away. Neal coming out and sending that the other way to Hughes. And Aaron controls for a moment. Fleener defending there as Olin now has it. 6:30 to go. Thrown in. Strickland now up with it. Taken away by Gutierrez.
Well done from Lacey Clay there.
Lacey getting it back in. Issa Cremernes trying to find Skylar
well
Strickland.
done. Good play.
To Aaron Hughes. Another save by Forbes. That was a bullet right at her. And she stands tall. Eva Stites.
Good ball down the line.
Roulette trying to get it across. Here comes Dickinson. Oh, another save. You're probably disappointed. Another great play by Forbes. This is going to hurt her goals against average, but her save percentage has got to be way up there.
For sure. Solid performance from a freshman.
A lot of it's a lot to ask of a goalkeeper, even
sure.
freshman or otherwise, to take on that barrage of shots. It reminds me of Tim Howard. Do you remember
Tim Howard, World Cup 2014.
he had, what, 15 saves in
Something
that
like
game?
that.
But that was the entire World Cup.
That was in one game. I'm pretty sure he broke the record for the most saves in a single World Cup game.
Yeah, he put that team on his back that year. Now, we all know that I'm not a soccer aficionado, but I got to tell you who one of my favorite players always used to be was the great Gigi Buffon. And Italian soccer has been crud since.
He was the first goalkeeper I saw play because my first ever game that I watched was the World Cup final in 2006, Italy versus France, and Gigi Buffon. Heroics in the penalty
What a
shootout.
game he had. I did watch that game, and you know, Zinedine Zidane melting down there. One of the most memorable plays, I think, in sports history anywhere.
For sure.
Yeah, but I was a big, being the Italian that I am, big Gigi fan. Didn't quite have the flow, as that's another grab by Forbes. They haven't made a World Cup since he retired.
I think they have. They made 2010 and finished bottom of the group.
He retired. I think he retired in 16, didn't he?
They made the World Cup in 2010. They just weren't very good.
That's what I mean. But since he's retired,
Yeah.
they haven't made
No.
it. I think it's 3 in a row now. How far Italian soccer has fallen.
Win a European championship and then not make the World Cup the following
They've
year.
become the New York Jets.
Yeah. I wouldn't go that far.
I might.
More like the Dallas Cowboys, really.
While we're on the subject of teams like the Dallas Cowboys, here's one of my favorite Dallas Cowboy facts. The Rams moved to St. Louis, won a Super Bowl, came back to L.A. and won another Super Bowl since the last time Dallas played in the NFC Championship.
How about them Cowboys?
Not many people say that these days.
2:40 to go. No quitting Matanzas here. Natalie Neal.
Sometimes as a goalkeeper, you just have to, You haven't really been involved in the game the second half. Come out, get on the ball, do something a little crazy. Goalkeepers are a different breed of people.
And that's in all sports. I was at a lacrosse game on Saturday, and the goalie kept coming out, way out, just because he was bored. Ivy Chen trying to get on the board here, trying to score in back-to-back games. She had 2 last night. Here comes Jimenez.
Oh, little rushed on the shot.
1:54 to go.
I think Nicole needed to hold her run a little bit more, stay on side. It was a 2v1 situation. If she holds her run and Ivy picks up her head and sees it, it's a 1v1 with the goalkeeper.
Pirates trying to get one home before the game ends. Catherine Ouellette in the corner. Lacrosse. Another grab there by Forbes. Rolls it out there.
Yeah, but look at Haley Salmons all over the place.
Like a rocket. Just closing in. 2-on-1 here.
Oh, a little unlucky not to get the corner with a minute to go.
But you're right. She closed so quickly there.
But look how high the FPC midfield is. There's all 3 of them, even though they're playing with some holding mids. The second the ball is played, Issa's right in her face. They're not letting them go anywhere. And this is exactly what I'm talking about as she gives the ball away.
And there's Catherine Ouellette again. And they get Issa for a foul there. .37 seconds to go. I think Matanzas clock stops.
Yeah, yellow card. Issa, clock stops.
Clock starts again with 30 seconds left. FPC would like to get one more on the board here as they're pushing. Forbes quickly the other way.
And I like that about the Bulldogs. Even though there's not much time left on the clock and they're up by 3, it doesn't seem like they're satisfied with the 4 goals. They want to continue to score more.
And that will about do it. 2 seconds, 1 second. And that is your ball game. Final score, FPC 4, Matanzas 1. Natalie Neal gets her 9th win, and FPC goes to 9-4-1. Ella Forbes takes the loss as the Pirates go to 6-4. Goals by Issa Jimenez at 26:53 in the first. Catherine Roulette, 21:59 in the first. Lacey Clay at 11:22 in the first. FPC had a second half goal from Skylar Strickland with 12:21 to go. 1 Pirate goal, Kaylin Henthorn. Coach, any final thoughts?
Happy with the result. Obviously, I want our girls to be successful. I'm hoping that we can maybe do something similar tomorrow night. But again, anything can happen. It's a rival game. We're ready to play. We know what we need to do going into that game. And I'm excited.
Any predictions?
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a score prediction, no.
Truly historic night here for the WNZF Sports Network. Our very first soccer game was the Lady Pirates and the Lady Bulldogs. The Bulldogs come away with the victory 4-1. It was a fun night. It's not over yet this week, as you just heard from the coach. We'll be here tomorrow for the El Clasico as the boy Bulldogs take on the boy Pirates. FPC Matanzas tomorrow for soccer bragging rights in Flagler County. Thank you so much for joining us on the Flagler Radio YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the Flagler Radio YouTube channel. For Mike Licio and Coach Rom Tinamari, I'm Rich Carroll. We'll see you tomorrow, Flagler County.